Good morning. Hi, Jerry. Good morning. Cheers. It's Friday. I found this really cool channel, folks. I'm so excited it's on YouTube. It's non-copyright. And so I'm going to share it with you. And so if you like to check it out sometimes, you can do the same thing. So what I'm doing is it's a playlist. Anyway, long story short, they are yeah, share it with you. Or not. Got to copy it just right. Hey, good morning. What is shaking, everybody? I'm hanging out here. It's going to be a beautiful day outside. I came in and it was a little chilly, but it was chilly in a way that I knew it was going to be wonderful. And here's a link to that playlist. It's on YouTube. So anyway, here I am. It's Friday morning. Happy Friday. I hope everybody's in love. I got my coffee right here. Good morning. Thanks for joining me this morning. It's Friday. So we used to have this really, really cool feeling. Oh, hey, good morning, Carol. So we have Jerry here this morning. Hey, Jerry. And then we have Carol. That's not Jerry. Hey, Jerry. And then we have Carol. And Carol says she's been at work since 6 a.m. That's probably a good idea. Do you have to work all day, Carol? Yeah. So I'm gonna inspect some records, folks. I'm still pulling records out of the vault, even though I've got a bunch of records that haven't been on any of my videos. But the cool thing about this one, changing times. And I'm hoping I can listen to this one because they cover some cool records, some cool songs. Mr. Tambourine Man, Ode to Billy Joe, Four Strong Winds, Blowing in the Wind. And probably some other stuff I don't recognize. This land is your land, of course. If somebody comes in, you're out of here. How about that? Yeah. I don't blame you. Do like this. Walk away from him. Hey. Good morning, Amy. How are you? Amy's over at Facebook. I do know you love bluegrass. Absolutely. Do you know this record, Amy? Yeah. I gotta reach out to you today, Amy. I gotta get your email address so that I can we can make sure we make this happen so I can get you your records. Yes, absolutely. I love this. They love this record so much that they didn't put it away when they were painting their dining room. Yeah, there we go. Your dad may have it. That's awesome. What happened to her? I don't know, Jerry. I fell asleep at 7 o'clock. I can't believe it. I fell asleep at 7 o'clock, but it's really cool because I got a lot of sleep. I woke up at 4 this morning, and here I am, bright and early, bushy in the tail. And Jerry, have you been outside yet? Oh, it's gorgeous out there. Wait till you go outside and check it out. Yeah. So I promised Jerry. I was thinking I might go live this afternoon, but definitely going live tonight with Lisa and Tiffany. We're going to do the vinyl and pop culture. But I might just go live this afternoon just to devote toward, vinyl only. I think tonight's going to be fun with Lisa and Tiffany, but at the same time, it's going to be cool. We're going to have vinyl and we're going to have a lot of pop culture. I went to my warehouse yesterday and I went and got a lot of that stuff. And I went to Harris Teeter, so that's what happened. It's raining there. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but Carol, we're gonna have a beautiful sunny day, right, Jerry? I guess the weather can be different across town from here, but it could be the same for Jerry. So anyway, one of my customers is looking for Gaither. So this is the Bill Gaither trio. I hope it's in great condition, and I hope it's the one they would like to have. Yeah. So Jerry, I thought about you when I was falling asleep. I'm sorry. Yeah, this one's a little rough. Might be okay for $4. So yeah, that's $4 record. So that's pretty exciting. I'll send an email out. I got to do a lot of invoicing this morning, and I got to do Jerry, and I got to do some shipping and stuff like that. I'm waiting for some supplies to show up. I ordered a scale, and then I ordered some sticky labels for the laser printer. And this one looks much better. And so, yeah, absolutely. So how were the shelves at Harris Teeter? Okay, shelves were plentiful. Shelves were plentiful, Jerry. I didn't go everywhere on every aisle. I just kind of went for the things I was interested in getting. You could say the records on my the things on my list. I was curious to see if there was any bathroom tissue, but no bathroom tissue there. But I understand they're getting it in the mornings, which is great. Good morning, Dangerous Dan T. Is it Dan T or Dan T? I always love my first sip of coffee. There you go. Absolutely. You know it. Hello, Robert. How are you doing this morning? Led Zeppelin. Rock and roll. There you go. I love how you hold up the record for inspection. Looks like you're making pizza. Oh, my stars. I'm seeing these ads on, like when I'm watching certain video streaming, I see these ads for pizza companies and they're like, we're blah, 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 we're touchless, non-contact, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, that's awesome. But yeah, they're making it happen. Woo! So there you go, Jerry. I do appreciate you looking forward to the auctions. Oh, yeah. But anyway, I was going to say I went to the Harris Teeter to get some groceries, get a few things. And I was really surprised how plentiful things were, considering how they were the other day. But here's the story. The store was packed full of people. The parking lot was full. I parked way in the corner. Of course, I park over there anyway, so people won't be messing with my car. Or, you know, bump it up. But people aren't respectful sometimes. Not everybody, but some people. And so I'm like, there's a lot of people in here. You're going down the aisle with your shopping cart, if you have one, and then there's someone's coming up the other side with their shopping cart. And so you're like, and there's signs, maintain, hey, good morning, Mike, Mick. Yeah, good morning. And there's signs all over the place, you know, maintain 6 feet. And I was like, okay, I can respect that. So I'm just minding my business, going to my shop and just making it happen. And so I get to the checkout. Jerry, they had lots of animals in the cases yesterday. I had noticed that went by before and noticed that they were empty, but not yesterday. And so I go to the checkout, and the checkout person says, you have to bag your own items. And I was like, okay, I can do that. It's no problem. When I go to Aldi and when I go to Lidl, I bag my own items. I understand if you want bathroom tissue, go early, and I also understand that they let some of the at-risk people in early. And so, yeah. And so I was like, okay. So I made payment, and then I walked around to the back of the register where she stands, where the cashiers stand, whether it's a male or female, where they stand. And I had no option but to stand beside her and bag my own bags. I can totally respect bagging. I can totally respect maintaining 6 feet. But there's a lot of things about this I just don't understand. But anyway, I was saying a little bit about my day. Sorry to focus away from rock and roll and soul and funk and music and stuff like that. Yeah. So here's what happened. So Mike, I have my store in Wake Forest is just a few stores down from the comic book store, and it's called Play for Life Comics. And Brandon is the owner, and I've known Brandon for years. He's a super cool cat, and we're always bouncing off each other. And whenever I come into town, I try to go in there and say hey to him, and just make it happen. And so Brandon has a space here at Record Crate where he sells comics here and books and cool things like that. And I just love it. I love Brandon. He's a cool cat. And so Tuesdays, Brandon will go pick up his orders that would come in, and Brandon says, "Well, today is the last day. I'll pick up an order for a while." And I said, "Why's that?" He says, "Well, the distributor is not going to ship out any more orders until further notice." I said, "Well, what about the rest of the distributors?" He says, "There's one main distributor, and they sell the Marvel and the other big one. What's the other big one? Marvel and DC." And I said, "Okay, I just want to make sure I understand that this big distributor who distributes Marvel and DC is not going to be distributing until the things are different." He said, "Yes." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "What about the independent comics?" He says, "They may or may not. I just don't know. I haven't heard." And I said, "Okay." So he's not coming in on Tuesdays to say hey to me, which is, I miss that. And so I was talking to Paul, and I said, "Paul, comic book distributors not," and there's one big one. I said, "Paul, comic book distributors are not distributing comics until further notice." And he said, "Really?" So Paul used to own a comic book store, so I think Paul reached out to one of his friends that has a comic book store. So anyway, there you go. That's what's happened. It's just until further notice. I went shopping yesterday, first thing at Food City. I hear you, Mike. Be the nicer guy. That's all I can say. I love this channel. It's like it's non-copyright music, but they're like, that's almost a flock of seagulls. That's almost a flock of seagulls. Can anybody hear the music okay? Yeah. Well, hopefully you got some really cool things at the store. So what I'm looking at now is Jackie Gleason. "'Tis the season." Ashe. This is so much like Iran. I better check to make sure I'm still in non-copyright. Yep, royalty-free music is called The Idol. That's cool, though. Happy Friday, James Byers. Hey, James Byers, how are you doing, sir? And how's your cousin doing? I have incense burning right now. Right there. Oh, I'll take this down. You can see it. There you go. Incense is burning. You subscribe to Matt. Okay, cool. I've been listening to more Bill Evans. Good stuff. Yeah. Stephen Wayne Batten's joining us from Facebook. Yeah. Hey, Stephen, how are you doing, sir? I trust you and yours are doing well. I'm digging this music, folks. I'm so glad I found it. What I'm going to do later when I get going and do my work I'm going to sneak over there and put me a blank cassette tape in there, and I'm going to record some of this so that when I go live, I can just hit that and play it, not using as much bandwidth. Hey, check this out, folks. You see the little hole right there? You see where it's right there? That tells me that it's a promo. I don't think it's a cutout bin. Someone's going to enjoy this. Yeah. I'm really digging this music. Absolutely. Hey, Carol, I think that's really good that you can work and do the YouTube thing while you at work, which is awesome. How long do you have to work today? I mean, I heard you say that if someone comes in, you're going to leave. You think there's any interest in Andy Williams? I'm thinking not. Oh, I got to reach out to my K-Tel collector. I got to reach out to my K-Tel collector. I don't think I've ever had this one here before. Looks like something got a hold of it and ate it. Yeah, Jerry, I wish I had more Bill Evans, but every time I get Bill Evans in, it just sells. That's for sure. But I'll check Wake Forest when I go there now. You'll be there probably 10 or so. That's cool. Well, Carol, I hear you. Carol and I had a, what do we have? I guess it was a Facebook video chat, which was cool the other day. She is so helpful with me. Carol helped me with some shipping questions. Oh, hold on a second. I don't know that cat. I know there was a Jackie Gleason show, and there was like, you live in an apartment, there was, I don't know. I've seen reruns of that, but I don't know Frankie Fontaine. I think I've seen the name on records, though. Is he a musician? Okay, my cousin will be kept for a couple days. 2 days? He lives in a part of England called Cumbrilla, where Stan Lauren was from. Oh. Well, cool. That's awesome. That's good news to hear. I just love it. It must be a doggy. But anyway, my K-Tel collector, if he doesn't have this, he would want this, because he's trying to collect all the K-Tel records, which is great. This is some good jazz, Maynard Ferguson. Yeah. So what have you guys been spinning? What records have you been playing? I'm interested to know that what's happening there. This is good jazz too, Maynard Ferguson. It's gonna need a play to see how it's going to behave. He was a comedian, singer, and Crazy was the first impression I ever had as a kid. Yeah. You know, this music we're listening to right now, I love Stranger Things just because of that. VODO, Voodoo Vaz, Voodoo Vaz. Yeah. Any news on the Prime, anybody? On John Prine? I don't, but I ran across one of his records last night, so I'll have to give that a spin. My buddy David, who was on the chat yesterday, he called me up. I think it was yesterday. Anyway, we chatted a little more, and he said John Prine has been on his playlist. Got to know the Kenny Rogers record. Jerry, have you been playing Kenny Rogers? I hope so. I'm gonna make pizza. Yeah. But I haven't heard anything on John Prine or Jackson Browne, but yeah. I guess you could do an internet search and learn much. Okay. Yes, love will turn you around and a gambler. Hey, that's really cool. That's awesome. Good to hear that. So Kenny's okay. We were talking about Jenny C. Riley the other night, so I found a Harper Valley PTA. Just YouTube crazy. He and Jackie did a ballroom sketch. The kids loved him. And at the end of the skit, Jackie would always say, "Are you crazy? How about singing a song for us?" That's so cool. One of the things I found going through all these DVDs and Blu-rays was that, excuse me, I found a Donnie and Marie Christmas special, and it was so funny. Let's see. Over the last few days, I've been listening to Robert Johnson, B.B. King, George Harrison, Cat Stevens, and Phoebe Bridgers. Phoebe Bridgers' cousin lives in our area, and she comes in occasionally and hangs out with us. And imagine you watch Ben Folds. Good for you, sir. Jolie. Jerry, I'm sure you have, but have you heard the 7-inch played at 33? You can find it on YouTube. The Proclaimers. When I was a kid, these cats came to church and played. And yeah, so it was very country. Very, very country. A little bit closer to heaven. Anyway, I remember this guy most because he owned a TV repair shop in town. And I went there one time when my car radio wasn't working right. And he tested it and said, "Oh, it's not the radio, it's the speaker." So I had a bad speaker. So he helped me run a wire, then I connected. He was a cool cat. But he played bass. And when he would come to church and play, I would just watch him play that bass. And it was really cool. But, you know, it was country music. And I'm like, why don't they bring some rock and roll people in to play some music here? But that was never answered. No, that's the devil's music. And I said, well, why should the devil have all the good music? I'm just teasing. That was a song. I got to listen to this, folks. I have just got to listen to this to see if it strikes any memories of a little kid being drugged to church. What about you? What have you been listening to the last couple of days? I've been listening to this Thompson Twins. I love Thompson Twins. I've been listening to some Stephen Wright. I've been listening to the sound of the tape machine, putting tape on packages. I've been listening to the sound of my voice doing these YouTube, Facebook sales. I might go live this afternoon, Jerry, and with just new pressings only, and just kind of show some new pressings. I think that would be a good idea, Jerry. Today there's an album release, and believe it or not, I have it. It's Thundercat. So I got one copy of Thundercat. You know, I have to order X number of records to qualify for free shipping with my distributor. And so, yeah, just like when I do this one's got something on the inside. Okay, I'll make it easier. So here we go, Kenny Rogers, Gideon. And it comes with a little booklet. Oh, it's a poster. Oh, it's the gap. No. Unfortunately, it's stuck together. Somebody taped it to their wall. My man from Boston. Let's see what it says. No, not Stephen Wright, the comedian. It's Stephen Wright, the avant-garde musician. I might have it here. I could show you. I do. It's not Steven, it's Steve. Steve Wright. This is a fantastic record. If you don't have it, folks, I suggest you go to YouTube and listen to it. But I do like Steven. I do like Steven Wright. I like to hear him talk. Yeah. So anyway, there we go there. So this is kind of neat that the poster's in there, and it's got lyrics on one side. But hey, by all definition, this side looks pretty okay, and will look good on the wall. But the other side didn't. Yeah. So I used to think about Fridays as being so special, and people were working on Fridays when they have the weekend off. Everybody's working for the weekend, and so if you ask somebody, "Hey, what's your plans for the weekend?" You know, what are your plans for the weekend? Were they different than yesterday, or are they different than today? Yeah, so it's different times, folks. I used to work really, really hard on Fridays to get everything put away so that people would come into the shop and aisles will be clear, and important records were priced and going to be ready to put out. And I got my little crate over here for my video for things going out Saturday morning at 11 a.m. That kind of thing. So it's a little different now. This one's in Shrink, Showboat, Ava Gardner. I don't think she sings on here. Or does she sing? I don't know. Or she sings on here but didn't sing in the movie. I don't know. And then there was a movie, then there was the play. Anyway, I got Showboat, folks, but it's got the nice price sticker on it right here. And then, of course, you can see the price sticker. Does anybody know what the nice price sticker means? How did it happen that we come upon the nice price sticker? And sometimes I try to peel these off, but this one's a little sticky. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to make coffee. Amen. Well, so I have you. Oh, yeah, I'll be glad to. That's on my list today. Absolutely. Jolston to Minnow River. Yeah. I'm thinking this might be the I think this is the theatrical production, not the movie. Yeah. Joe told me about Al Jolston, and I listened to him. But I haven't seen the movie The Jazz Singer, so I think things will be a little more in perspective if I saw that. Maybe one day I'll find it or find it online. Yeah, so that's cool. This one's kind of hard to find. This is Rick Springfield's first album. And I've had it before. It's a gatefold in the center, as a poster. Perhaps cutouts. I don't think so. I don't see the enough of the actual cutouts to recognize it. I don't know. This one's a little rough, but I have to play it to see how it sounds because it's not an easy record to find. Yeah. Some people say, oh, it's a wonderful record. Some people say there's nothing special about this record, but irregardless, wait a minute. No. Yeah. For a second there, I thought it was a trifold. Yeah. But anyway, it's cool to see those stickers. Yeah. All right, Rick, I got to play you. There was probably a time that he, or perhaps his agent, says, why don't you try some acting too? So I don't know his timeline. Timmy Wynette. I love the jazz singer. You ain't. I'm gonna make this larger. I love the jazz singer. You haven't heard nothing yet. You need to have some lunch. Oh, I need to have some lunch. Okay, great. We should Skype again soon. I can Skype as I work, which is awesome. Thank you, James. Enjoy your lunch. I'm glad to hear that things are better with your cousin. And yeah, there you go. So this is Stand By Your Man. Tammy Wynette, Stand By Your Man. That's her song. Anyway, maybe I'll check you guys another time. Have a great day. Stay safe. It's been a load of tunes. Be careful, man. Wear a jumpsuit with hazmat on it when you go to the grocery, Mike, and that'll keep people away from you. There you go. That'll do it. Yeah. I think I might cut this at 8 o'clock. When I came in at 9 o'clock. When I came in this morning, my computer, Tammy, why not? When my computer was off, and I had to restart the computer, and so I guess it's fair to say my computer is on borrowed time, but I might have to delete and reformat the hard drive to make it happen. This was just in rough condition. Peter, Paul, and Mary, they got hung up dry. All right, two more from this stack I'm going to inspect. This is the Tams. Time for the Tams. Time for the Tams. I love this font. I love it. And they were very happy looking lads. Let's see what's on here. I don't recognize any songs that would be theirs. Gosh. It's horrible condition. This is the one I'm kind of interested in. Spanish. I don't know if it's flamenco or just traditional Mexican music or what, but it's on the CBS label, and most likely it was pressed in Mexico. Okay, please be beautiful. You will not be able to see this, folks, but I'm going to show you something anyway. It's got to be listened to. So have you guys ever seen like the wide, long pieces of furniture looking cabinets that had a door, you could slide it, you lift the door up like a coffin, and you slide the door like something. And inside there was the controls and the turntable and the radio tuner and then on the front it had speakers. So that type of turntable had a big long spindle that you would just set the records on top. And they would stack. And one would fall down and the other ones would stay up there. When it finished playing, the other one would fall down. So we call those stackers. But that type of turntable had that long, tall spindle on it. And there's like, it looks like spirograph where people try to get it on the hole. So I doubt it's going to show up, but I'm going to give it a try. Let's see if I can make it happen. But it looks almost like graphite. It's almost like pencil. I don't think it's going to show up, folks. But anyway, all along here, looks like spirograph. So anyway, you can notice that sometimes with older records. So I got to listen to this and make sure it's going to play okay. It's not flat, but sometimes a flat record will play A-okay. I love it. They love Depeche Mode too. So I got a few records from this stack that I'll be able to price and put out there and to let people have the opportunity to purchase. And when I say put out there, I put out there on the internet with YouTube and Facebook. But I did start yesterday afternoon and start organizing the records that's already been on my YouTube and Facebook by now and auctions. And so I'm trying to, and then moving the stuff and then making stuff, and then it's a hassle. I mean, it's not a hassle. It's a job. And so I'll be doing that, and so that I can find records that people may ask for, and then when people do virtual shopping, we can make it happen. Happy Friday. So there we go, folks. I do appreciate you coming in. I think I'm going to cut it short, and I think I'm going to sneak over and hear what Paul has to say about the comic books. And I think they're giving away some comics, but might win a comic. Hope it's not from the 90s. So anyway, I wish everyone well. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. We'll do this again soon. How does that sound? All right. Take care, everybody. Find something to be in love with. Do something cool like an elderly person in your neighborhood. Take them something, even if it's just a few little treats. Put it on their doorstep, their patio, their porch. Ring the doorbell, knock on the door, step back many feet and say, something I brought for you. Let me know if I can get anything for you. And that'd be really cool. Next door is starting. I'm the, I don't know what it's called, the moderator. I'm the leader of one of the next doors, the one where I live. And so they reached out to me and asked if I would start this thing where I say I will help the elderly during the crisis, and just like we've been talking about. Do you think they've been listening into my coffee and vinyl chats? And you never know. But anyway, thank you, folks. I appreciate everybody, and I'm looking forward to see everybody. Good news, James. Glad to hear that. Amy, I need an email address. Carol, have fun at work. Everybody else, thanks for coming. Stephen William Batten, sneak over to YouTube sometime and hang out with us there. And there we go. All right, take care, everybody. See you soon. Keep that vinyl spinning.